do a Zoom kirtan, and we'll also get to do an outdoor one soon, I'm convinced, but we're going to do a Zoom kirtan this Thursday at 7:30 and this Friday at 7:30, just so that anybody who wants to come has an opportunity. So look for that information. It will be on the same numbers that you Zoom in this morning with. And that'll be my son and Jordan and myself and whoever else. We also are kind of welcoming anybody who wants to show up in the studio, and we'll just keep a little distance, but as well as being on Zoom. So we'll let you know more about that coming up. So what I wanted to do this morning is I wanted to do a little spell work before we start to move. Does that sound okay? Little witchy stuff, right? Like, I feel like the world has given us permission to be as witchy as we wish to be and to do anything that brings in more love and more beauty into the world. We have absolute permission to do. And so we do our witchy work. I'm going to give you a really sweet little spell that my teacher, Robin Rose Bennett, has shared in her book. It's called Healing Magic. And I'll give you a little spell on abundance and prosperity, since that's what we have been talking about in the last couple of weeks in my class with Lakshmi. But before we do that, always we call in the energies that surround us. So if you can orient yourself with southwest, east, north. If you cannot, if that doesn't make any sense to you where those energies live, the south, the west, that's totally fine too. But if you have an idea of where directions are, as I call out these directions to bring us to this beautiful little spell that we're going to create before we start to move, when I say the direction, maybe turn your head in that direction. And again, if that's not something that you understand or know, totally fine. You're going to be exactly where you need to be. Go ahead and close your eyes. I performed a wedding last night, and we did this as well, calling in the elements. And it's just a very profound way to ask all of what surrounds us to support us in what it is that we wish for. So as we begin, we call on the energy of the East. And the energy of the East is air. And we ask that we can have all new beginnings be blessed, all new beginnings and adventures and places that we're ready to step into, that they're blessed. And that the air energy gives us the space that we need to be creative, to look outside the box, and to be in wonderment of what possibilities are in front of us. And then we call on the energies of the South, which is fire. And the fire center is the energy that is always giving us the possibilities, the passion, the energy to flow, and the energy to know. And the fire center is a center of personal growth, the center that brings us the energy that will always transform and transmute. And we feel so blessed by these energies. We then call on the energy of the West, which is water. Water energy is fluidity. It supports all of our actions. It cleanses, it purifies, and it brings us into a place that knows how to flow, that inner flow, what it is that we need to go, where we need to go next. And then we call on the energies of the North. The North is our rock. It's our place that is so sturdy. It's a place that really gives us the understanding of why we're walking this human walk. The earth energy is supportive, it's tribal. We call on the North to bless that tribal energy and to bless us so that wherever we're ready to move to, we will have the earth beneath us, Mother Earth as our guide. We call on the energies above us. Look up, even with your eyes closed, and allow all the winged ones, all the angelic forces, all of the archangels and angels, all of the unseen world that guides us. We're so blessed. We're so blessed. And then look below, and as you look down, there is also all of the Gifts that are sparkling up, that are beginning to percolate. We have no idea what's coming next, but we know the universe is working behind the scenes in every breath we take. And we're so blessed. And then we come back to the center, that center where everything is all right. Everything is exactly as it needs to be. We're safe, we're taken care of, and we're home. And then I want you to repeat this after me. This is from my teacher's book. And some of you have done this with me before. This is to engage prosperity. So repeat after me. Out of the nowhere, out of the air, out of the darkness, to aid me to share, pile upon pile of silver of gold, come in to bless me, abundance ninefold. Out of the nowhere, out of the air, out of the darkness, to aid me to share. Pile upon pile of silver and gold, come in to bless me, abundance ninefold. Out of the nowhere, out of the air, out of the darkness, to aid me to share. Pile upon pile of silver, of gold, come in to bless me, abundance ninefolds. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Deep breath in. Release your hands. Open your eyes. Lay on your back. Lay down. Yep. You want me off screen? Just kidding. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Enjoy your breath. Long, deep nose breathing. Excuse me. Good. Happy baby pose. Reach for your insteps. Draw your knees wide. Keep your lower back on the mat. Spread through your toes. Relax through your shoulders. And then take your legs to the sky and go ahead and rotate your ankles. Hi, Marianne. Rotate your ankles and then rotate your wrists. We're on our backs. Good. Now shake everything. Just shake. Like somebody just plugged you in. Shake, 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 shake. Shake off anything that is making you sleepy. No more sleepy. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Happy baby pose again. Good. Let your left leg drop down to the floor. Keep working in that right knee, drawing it down and drawing the shin in, holding on to the foot so you're still in half happy baby. There you go, Katrin. Nice job. Good. And then slowly start to straighten that leg out to the side, but push your hand. Go slow. Just start to push your hand. So there's a little bit of resistance with pushing that leg to straight. Good. And then half happy baby again, same leg. And then cross the shin across your chest, maybe placing your right foot into your left elbow crease. Maybe just holding it across the body. Good. Keep that foot flexed, please. Good. Now lay your right ankle onto your left knee and draw your left knee into your chest. Again, flexing both feet. Pressing your right knee away from you, drawing your left knee towards you. Soften your low belly. Relax through your chest. Lower your left foot down to the floor. Keep your right ankle on top of your left knee. And then bring your left foot a little bit more to the left and bring both knees to the right, unless your knees don't like this. Stretch your arms out nice and wide or even overhead. Breathe in and breathe out. Drop your mind. You can pick it up as you leave class today. Drop your mind. And then come back up, bring your legs to the sky, bring your arms to the sky. Rotate wrists and ankles. And then shake everything again. Shake, shake, shake everything. Gorgeous, you guys. Full happy baby pose. Reach for your insteps. Low back to the floor. Soften the low belly, so scoop the low belly in, widen the sit bones even here. And then drop the right leg to the floor. Keep your hand on your left foot. Then start to push that leg to straight slowly as you use resistance. Good, half happy baby again. Now move the shin across your chest. Maybe the left foot comes inside of your right elbow crease. Maybe just hold it across your chest. And you're breathing deeply here. Slide your right knee up so your left ankle can rest on your right knee. Flex both feet, parallel your right shin to the floor, scoop the low belly, widen the sit bones, soften through your neck. Good, lower your right foot down, move it slightly more to the right, and then drop both knees to the left. Gorgeous, you guys. Take a deep breath here. And take both legs up to the sky, both arms up to the sky. And just breathe here for a moment. Close your eyes and relax your eyes. Relax your eyes, relax your eyes. Good. If you can, place your hands down on the floor and roll your toes back behind you, coming all the way back to Halasana, if you can. If not, stay right where you are. Toes touch the floor behind you, and then roll all the way back down. Lift up and back again. Lift up and back again. Good. If this is not working for you, maybe hug your knees into your chest and just roll on your spine a couple of times. It's a spinal stretch. Yeah, Jackie, good. Yep. Good. And then come back onto your back again. Nice job. That was it. Very good, Susan. And then come into happy baby again. Now cross your right knee on top of your left knee. Knee on top of knee. Right knee on top of left knee. No ankle. Yeah. Now drop your arms down alongside the body. Now squeeze your shins toward each other and draw your knees in towards your navel, but press your sit bones wide. Squeeze your shins like crazy in toward each other, but pull your inner thighs apart. Squeeze your knees in, get that abdominal stretch here. Soften your throat. So it's knee on top of knee instead of ankle to knee, if you can do that, Alana. Knee on top of knee, there you go. Squeeze, 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 shins in, sit bones wide. Good. Send your legs to the sky and change to the other side. Squeeze your shins, widen your inner thighs. Pull your knees in. Fire up that fire center. Remember, it's the stoking of your fire center that brings that energy, that passion to the heart. Widen those sit bones. Out of nowhere, and we know it's out of everywhere, but all of a sudden, pile upon pile, streaming good fortune. Beautiful, you guys. Come back to happy baby pose. Now, drop your hands down. Keep your legs where they are. Take your hands behind your head. Good. Powerful legs here. Draw the navel in. As you exhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. Draw your head back down. As you exhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. See that 9 more times, you guys. 9 more times. At the end, when you finished, hug your knees into your chest. Good. Lower your left leg down to the floor. Hug your right knee in. Hold on to the back of the right leg and straighten the right leg. If you have a strap, you're welcome to use that. Make sure you're pushing your right thigh away from you. You're not pulling your right thigh so it gets snug into your hip or your low belly. You want to push your right thigh into your hands. Good. Now, very interestingly enough, start to walk your hands up to your calf and lift your head off the floor. Start to lift up. Walk yourself up. Walk up, walk up, walk up. And then lower your head back down. Hug the knee into the chest. Right knee hugs into the chest. You're going to move your hips slightly over to the right and do a spinal twist. Drop your right knee to the left. You might reach down your right hand to hold your left ankle if you want to take a thigh stretch here as well. Or just where you are is perfect. And you're breathing deeply. We call on the directions to always know that we are in tune and apart and one with nature. We're not doing this alone. Our abundance comes from recognizing nature around us as our guide, as our friend. Come back to center. Good. Take your left leg up to the sky. Hold at the back of the leg. Stretch your right leg back onto the floor. Press your thigh toward your hands. Reach up through your heel. Reach up through the mounds of your toes. Then start to walk your hands up, 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 walk up, walk up, walk, lift your head, walk up. Navel in, pull in, pull in, pull in. Good, lower all the way back down, hug that knee into your chest, shift your hips more to the left, taking the spinal twist here. And again, reaching back for your ankle if you'd like to. Keep that breath wide in your chest. Your throat feels light, your eyes feel released, your skin even feels this transparency. Good. Come back to center. Happy baby pose. Place your right ankle on top of your left knee, right ankle, left knee, like we did before. Good. Now, I want you to reach your right hand in through that circle or that space, right? And I want you to reach your left hand on the outside of your left knee and then lift your head and reach for your left foot. Lift your head and reach for your left foot. Some of you can grab it, some of you are going to reach for it. Both are great. Squeeze that navel in. Reach for that foot. Reach for that foot. You're reaching for your left foot. Good. Lower your head back down. This time I want you to let your right foot fall over to the left side. You're going to fall the other way. Yeah. Yes. Excellent, you guys. Really, really good. Maybe you want to put a hand on the top knee and push it away from you. Keep hollowing out that low belly here, you guys. Good. Come all the way back up. Ankle to knee, second side. Good. Draw that knee in. You remember, you're going to reach your left hand now through that little space in the center. And then lift your head up, so you're going to reach for that. Which foot is that? Your right foot. You're going to reach up, squeeze and feel that power of your belly here. Power of your belly. Good. Lower your head back down. And then you're going to fall you fall over to the right side. So your left foot falls onto the floor. Push that knee away. Hollow the low belly here, though. Gorgeous, you guys. Deep breathing. Deep breathing, deep breathing. Good. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Good. Now you're going to stretch your legs out onto the floor about 2 inches. Lift your feet up off the floor. Point your toes. 2 inches, real close to the floor. Legs are straight. Lift your head up. Reach towards your feet and begin breath of fire. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Pump your navel center. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Still breathing deeply. This is verse 10 of the Sri Sukta. It says, as I descend into Lakshmi, I lose all mental contents. I do not even have a mind. I am simply a wave of Lakshmi's radiance. I lose my mind and I just become radiant. How does that sound? As I infuse myself with prosperity, I lose my mind. And as I lose my mind, I'm filled with radiance. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll a couple of times on your spine until you come all the way up to sit. And step back onto your hands and knees. Begin cat and cow. Beautiful, everybody. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Good. And then from here, step back to plank pose. Keep your navel drawn in. Lift your right foot off the floor. Bring your right heel toward the back of your head. Look up. Squeeze your navel to the sky. Now draw your right knee in towards your chest. Pull it in. And then stretch your right leg all the way back, down dog split. Step your right foot forward. Bring your left foot up to meet it, standing forward bend. Make sure your heels are right behind your second toes. Your knees can be bent slightly if you'd like to keep your shins forward. And then fan your auric field. So inhale the arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. As you're doing this, continue this same thing, but think of yourself as you're just illuminating that space around you. You're blessing and so much gratitude for all that space that surrounds you. Excuse me, all the energies that are working so hard for your benefit, the unseen world. Fan your auric field. Good. Next time you reach up to the sky, interlace your palms and press straight up. Keep the tops of your thighs pressing back, your sit bones going wide. And then go ahead and grab your left wrist and pull to the right. Push down through your legs. Come back to center and switch to the other side. Good. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back and bow forward. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Get a lot of space. Beautiful, Linda, Linda. Let the hands touch down to the floor. Come into plank pose. Raise your left foot off the floor. Navel in, ribs in. Now bring your heel toward the back of your head. Lift your head. Scoop that low belly a lot. Beautiful. Beautiful, Harriet. Nice, Melanie. Swing that knee towards your nose. Squeeze it in. Press it all the way back. Down dog split. Nice, Ken. Ruchi. Katrin, Susan. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot up to meet it. Fan your auric field. Arms out and up. Do that a couple of times. Great, Roz. Couple of times, but feel the energy that's surrounding you. Feel it. Make friends with it. Know it. Come back all the way up to stand. Interlock your palms. Press your palms straight up to the sky. Nice, Gita. Reach down through those legs. Pull the side body so long, and at the same time, anchor into the earth. Draw your left knee into your chest. Hug it in. Bring your arms to the sky. Keep your foot lifted off the floor and send your sit bones wide. Draw your navel in, get taller. And then send that left leg back behind you, Virabhadrasana 3. Navel power, fire center. Clasp your hands behind your back and bow forward. At the last second, let those hands float to the floor. And lift your right arm to the sky, twisting Ardha Chandrasana. Nice. Right arm to the sky. Good. And lower both feet to the front of the mat, hands to the front of the mat. Bend your knees deeply. Reach your arms forward and up, chair. Hands on your thighs, cat-cow. Reach the arms up and alongside the ears. Rise up to stand. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes and feel you. Meet you. How do you do? This magnificence stir up the mind so the radiance pours in. For abundance is the way we think, the way we act, how we speak. Good. Take your right knee into your chest. Is that correct? Right knee into your chest. When you lift that knee up, you're going to have a tendency to over tuck your tailbone. So push your seat back, sit bones back. Reach your arms to the sky. Clasp your hands behind you, Virabhadrasana 3. Leaning forward, slow, slow, slow as you can. Lean forward till the last minute. Let your hands drop to the ground. And then take your left arm up to the sky. Squeeze your legs toward each other. Squeeze, squeeze. Powerful pulling in, powerful pushing out. Gorgeous, you guys. Both hands and feet to the front of your mat. Bend your knees, reach your arms forward and up, chair. Hands on your thighs, cat and cow. Arms alongside your ears, rise up to stand. Take a baby back bend or a giant back bend. Bring your hands to your heart center, close your eyes and feel. The more we engage our Lakshmi energy, the more we engage those that are right in front of us. The generosity of our heart then meets the generosity of the person in front of us. How can we best serve? Good. Release your hands down. Place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Right ankle, left knee. Sit back to chair. Flex that right foot a lot. Pull those toes back. There you go. Good. Lower your forearms down to your shin. Push your forearms into your shin. You're also going to notice how nice it feels to push those sit bones back and wide here too. Now clasp your hands behind your back. Keep leaning forward, shoulders lifted. Good. Release your hands to that foot and knee. Lift up your right knee and your right ankle. Lift up. Lift up. So you should have holding your right knee and your ankle. Lift up. Flex that foot a lot. Hand your right foot to your right hand. Half happy baby balancing, or start to straighten that right leg out to the right. Exquisite, you guys. And release the leg down. Okay, left ankle on top of right knee. Flex that foot, my friends. Left foot flexes. Why? To protect that knee. Sit back into chair, butt back, Miss Melanie. Beautiful job. Lower your forearms down to your shin. Push. The more you have resistance there, the more you can widen your sit bones and scoop your low belly a lot. Beautiful, Linda, Linda. Joy, gorgeous, Sarah. Nice. Okay, clasp your hands behind you. You're still here. You're still balancing or you're still falling. Whatever you're doing. Good. And then reach and pick up that knee and that ankle. Lift up, lift up, lift up. And then you're going to hand off your foot to your left hand. Half happy baby here, or start to straighten it. Great, Audrey. Yeah, even when it falls. Super impressed, you guys. Susan, nice. Great. And then Anna, nice. And then lower that down. Good. Come into squat, please. If you can't squat, you're back into chair. If anybody would like to do a crow, you're welcome to do a crow pose, balancing crow, hands on the floor. If you're in squat, come out of it for a breath and maybe go back into it. If you're trying crow, you're going to wiggle your knees up into the upper armpits, upper shelf of your arms. Squeeze your feet off the floor. Great, Valerie. Yep. Good. And then lowering back into that squat. Lay on your back again. On your back. You're welcome. Hug your knees into your chest. Breathe deeply here, please. And lower your feet down to the floor. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop open. Give me the capacity to serve. Help me to release through my mind so I can fill my thoughts with the energy and the intentions of Lakshmi, abundance. And while living in this body, may I learn the skill to identify my desires and translate them into action. Remember, desires are perfectly wonderful when they are for the greatest good. And may you guide my mind so that I may learn to also enable people to identify their desires and translate them into action. May my thoughts, speech, and actions in this world be guided through the abundant mind. May my words always come true, for I'm using the energy that is radiance. Come to me, Lakshmi. Infuse my mind. Good soft belly here. Good. Some of you stay right here. Some of you come into shoulder stand, bring your legs up and over and holding on at the back, your low back. Make sure you're looking straight up to the ceiling or the sky. Some of you are outside to the sky. If you guys are on my Instagram, my breakfast epiphany this morning, I've been doing one every day except for Sundays. And it was the idea of really allowing ourselves to become one with anything. Become one with anything. So become one with a tree. We've talked about this. Sit back to back with a tree today and listen deeply to the knowledge, the wisdom. Or hold a stone and breathe deeply and see what you hear. For stones are memory keepers. They always have stories to tell. Or communicate with the birds or the animals. Stop and listen to the sound that the birds are making. Practice listening, but also practice speaking to these animals, these birds. Seems so crazy, but it's so beautiful. That's prosperity, to connect to all of nature in a much more intimate way. One more minute here, you guys. Power of inversion if you're upside down in shoulder stand, or the power of rest if you're in supine Baddha Konasana. And then if you're in shoulder stand, slowly make your way back down. And plant your feet on the floor, roll your head from side to side, nice and slow. Everybody stretch your legs out. Bring your arms alongside the body. And then start to lift your chest a lot. Press your thighs down, flex your feet. Lift your chest so much that you're going to slide the crown of your head onto the mat. Yes, slide up into fish. So you're going to lift your chest so much. You can, I'm going to say it this way, and I don't mean cheat is bad, but you can always lift up onto your elbows and then drop your head. But more effective to actually see yourself squeezing yourself up into it by arching your spine so perfectly. Yes. And then here, your lungs are absolutely open for you to clean them out. The same way we do any other internal cleaning. Breathe deeply here. And then slowly lower your back, to the upper back to the floor again. Bend your knees, plant your feet, robot arms, and lift your bottom up. Clasp your hands underneath you for bridge. Keep your chin lifted. Keep the sides of your throat nice and long. Isn't it funny, like, I don't know myself, I'll talk for myself, to hear the idea of doing spells, you know? You think, wow, they have to be so intricate, and I wonder, you know, how all you do is call in east, south, west, north, above, below, and the center. Just call on the energies that are always around you, and then ask for what you wish. Intimate relationship is Lakshmi with nature. Good. Lower your hips back down. I'm going to give you an opportunity to take a second, third, fourth. I don't know how many back bends we're on now, but either you can come into full wheel or turn over onto your belly and reach back for your ankles. Or I know some of you love to do camel, so a little bit of a yogi's choice for back bend here. Yeah. Beautiful. Nice. Mindful. Gorgeous. Nice, Marianne. Go ahead, release. Release. And excuse me, rest for a moment. Nice, Kathy. Relax. Wherever you are, just relax. And then wherever you are, press back into downward facing dog. This is our first downward dog now.
Yes,
Is it our first downward dog?
I think so. I feel like it's a, huh? We did that box.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did down dogs.
That's true.
Beautiful. All right, right foot steps forward. You're not going to believe what I'm going to ask you to do. Lower your back knee. Hanuman. You did know. That wasn't a surprise. All right, so I'm pretty obvious person. Right leg forward. Come up onto that right heel. Some of you have your hands inside your right leg. I love that variation very much. Make sure you're pressing your right sit bone nice and wide. Scoop that low belly. Pull the sit bones wide and apart. Get tall in your spine. Great. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice, Jackie. Good, Sue. So nice, you guys. All right, Elisa, come on up and change sides. Great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, making your left leg maybe come out a little further to the left. Use some variations to get into those inner groins, into the hips, low belly lifts. Nice, Roz. You got it, Robin. Linda, Allison, I can't see you, but I'm sure it's fantastic. Yeah, Valerie, this is the way we do it together. Great. Nice, Audrey. You got it. Great, Harriet. You guys look amazing, Ruchi. All right, downward facing dog. Dropping down to those knees, press back into child's pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Walk your upper body to the right side of the mat. And walk your upper body to the left side of the mat. Good. Come on up, stretch your legs out in front of you. Go wide with your legs. Some of you might want to sit up on a blanket. Thank you for changing your view so I can see you. Awesome. Good. Start with the side stretch, reaching your right arm inside your right leg, taking your left arm over your ear. You got it. Think of a hollowing of that armpit. Hollowing of that armpit. What does that feel like? So the inner outer armpit as they move back. And you can really feel the shoulder blade release onto your back. Good. Inhale, come on up, switch sides. Great, Linda. Make sure that throat is moving back. Nice, Sarah. Great, Heidi. And then come to center and lean forward any amount. And again, maybe a blanket underneath your seat is helpful. And then I want you to just play a little bit. I think it's really powerful the more that we're releasing, right, forward and then side to side. Now I want you to walk to the right side again and take that side stretch. And take it to the left and take the side stretch and then go back to center and do that a couple of times. Good. Now come back to center. Reach your right hand on the outside of your right hip. And then walk your left hand up. Push into your, no, walk your left hand back so you're upright. Push your right hand into the floor and then lift your seat up, lift your bottom up. So, yep, and then lean back. So you're going to start to just lean back and lift your left arm up. Yeah, but the legs are straight. You got it. That's it. Lift your butt up, lean back. You're like, I can't. My butt's too heavy. Come on down. Try the other side. Left hand onto the floor. I have a heavy butt, Cheryl. I do. Try the other side. Yep. Push into those feet. Push into those feet. Good. Come on back down. Stretch over to the right side and then stretch over to the left side. Good. Come back to center. Squeeze your legs back together. Good job, you guys. Good. And then bow forward, Paschimottanasana, full forward bend. Go slightly widen your legs if you'd like. Not let me say that better. We were wide-legged. If you would like to, you could separate your legs a little bit more than being completely next to each other. Gorgeous. Scoop that low belly. Good. Navel in, come on up, bend your right knee. Send your right foot into your inner left thigh. Twist over your left leg, so get nice and tall. Janu Shirshasana. And bow forward. Beautiful, you guys. And you could do that same little maneuver here. Come on up, put your right hand outside of your right hip on the floor. Push down and lift up your hips. Push down and lift up your hips, lean back. You got it. Come all the way back down. Good. Switch legs, Janu Shirshasana, second side. Keep breathing deeply here. And as you rise back up, left hand outside of left hip, lift up, push down, lean back. Gorgeous. Nice, you guys. Come on back down, bring the soles of your feet together. Again, blanket underneath your seat might be a must. And lean forward any amount. Keep those baby toes pressing to the floor. And then lift up and bring your feet slightly further in front of you. Keep the feet together, just slightly further in front of you. And then lean forward again. Keep sit bones going wide. Keep breathing. And then maybe one more time. Lift up, bring the feet slightly further away from you. Maybe even separate the feet a little bit. See where you get the biggest stretch. Beautiful, you guys. And as you always know, right, come on up and bring your soul, come into a cross-legged position. As you know, right, all of this work we do physically is so that we can sit to listen just a little longer. So we'll do a little breathing pranayama practice. So it's the Sakari breath, which is interesting because it's you breathing through your teeth. So it's like a slight smile when you breathe through your teeth on the inhale. Exhale through your nose. Breathe through your teeth, and you even get a little saliva mixed up in that. And out through the nose. This is a cooling breath, but it's also a really wonderful breath to help with detoxifying yourself. Really great breath to help detoxify. So breathe in. You can close your eyes if you'd like to, or if you're sitting in some front of, outdoors something beautiful or indoors something beautiful, keep your eyes slightly open. That's fine. Breathe in through that and out through the nose. Make your exhale very long. Don't cut it off. One final minute here. Keep going. Maybe you're even getting to feel yourself tingling from the inside, cleaning the cells of the body. I know it sounds weird, but get that saliva to mix with that breath. One more like that. Move into just silent meditation for a couple of moments. And you can either stay here or lie down on your back for Shavasana. Don't leave though. We're going to end with a chant when you come out of Shavasana. And then begin to deepen your breath. As you find yourself stretching in any way that serves you well. If you're lying down, hug your knees into your chest. Roll to the side, come on up to sit. We're going to end with long time sun chant, and at the end of it, we're going to go into Sat Nam, which is going back to that original self, going back to that fire energy that we've been talking about, that place of incredible prosperity. So some of you know the long time sun and you can sing along. Some of you wait until we get to the end. Well, we'll do Sat Nam, and as we do Sat Nam, we pull the navel in and up for Sat and release for Nam. We pull the navel in and up for Sat and release for Nam. And just keeping your hands on your knees is going to be perfect for this one. So we'll close with the long time sun.
May the long time sun shine upon you, and all love surrounds you, the pure light within you. Guide your way on, guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, and our love surrounds you, pure light within you. Guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, and our love surrounds you, pure light within you. Guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Nam, sit, 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 nam, sit. Good. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale for the sound of Om. Big breath in. Om. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Thank you guys so much. Namaste, everybody. Let me unmute you all. I hope you have a beautiful day, everybody.
Thank you, Cheryl. Bye.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.